Oh my gosh. Yo, guys. When I tell you this episode got me shook, I mean, there were bits and pieces in this episode that have got to be addressed, and I may not address everything in the episode, but there are certain ones that definitely warrant the attention. So if you're ready, this. Oh, I'm getting so ready. So, get ready. Hey everybody, it's your boy Montel. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys have had a fantastic day, week, month, year, millennium, everything that's going on with you. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend, fantastic week, awesome holidays, birthdays, gatherings, anything like that. Thank you so much for checking me out. Thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. I greatly appreciate all the love that you have shown me coming to my channel. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed since day one and subsequently after that. Thank you for coming to join me and check me out. Thank you for staying for this ride. I want to make this as entertaining, as fun as possible. You guys make that possible. I will be releasing new content, working on some new things here, so, and probably gonna go back to doing my skits, because I was doing skits at one point using my phone, so we'll see how that turns out. But thank you so much for checking me out. Thank you to everyone who has been supportive of the 28 days of black cosplay up until till this video and beyond. This is something that every February, which is Black History Month, we celebrate all the black cosplayers, whether they're well known or they're just starting out and they're putting up their creations, and they're embracing everything that it means to be a black cosplayer. If you know someone who's a black cosplayer, if you're someone who's trying to get into it, embrace them. Let them know that you're showing them love. Show them love. You see them on Twitter, retweet and like. If you see them on Instagram, like and share and resub and do everything, okay? 28 days of black cosplay. If you see that hashtag, go check it out. There are some really talented people. A lot of them are some wonderful friends and amazing family that I have met during my time. And I've been getting a lot of love too. So if you've been showing me love, domo arigato. Thank you so much for that. Don't forget to hit me up on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Please, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe, so that way you can be aware and be told when I put up something new. I'm still doing my B series. I definitely want y'all to be on top of that, because it hopefully will help someone. Share. Please share. That is a wonderful thing, to share the videos. That way someone could use that message. And of course, like the videos. Please. I like doing that. Sometimes I feel like I'm killing bugs with my thumb when I do that. That's kind of weird. So, as we get into it, Season 2, Episode 12 of Black Lightning, The Book of Secrets, Chapter 2, Just and Unjust, which is really an appropriate title with everything that's been going on. And when I tell you, this episode was actually all over the place. It didn't stay on one particular part of the story. It jumped all over the place. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to address everything that I saw, but I'm going to just highlight certain things. But I'm going to encourage you to go check out the episode. We're still dealing with the fallout and the aftermath of Khalil dying from him trying to help out to nail Tobias. And I'm not gonna lie, it saddens me for us to lose such a quality character, because he brought a lot of passion and fire and also emotion and just humanity to that role. Him and Jen were a natural combination. They worked off each other so well. So the aftermath is after he's passing. Everybody's still trying to process it. You know, Jen's definitely trying to process it, with Lynn, Jeff, and Anissa all trying to want to help her out with everything. The first scene, of course, is Anissa and Lynn coming from the grocery store, and they get attacked by some guys in a black car, and they get shot at. And out of nowhere, while they're getting attacked, the ASC agents come out of nowhere and they take them out. So we know two things. One, somebody's after Lynn for what she does with the ASA, and two, they're being watched by the ASA. So this is something that's pretty significant. Odell is nothing to be fooled with. Bill Duke plays his role so well. This man is dangerous and creepy at the same time. He is the creepy. Okay, he's da creepy. Okay, that's the term. Hashtag da creepy. And we also find out that Anissa got injured, and one of the bullets didn't go all the way through, but it hit her, and it was a flesh wound. But it took its toll on her mentally, because she's always used to feeling invincible, that she can take on anything, and this kind of just showed her, and you can see it messing with her mentality, that even when you have all the power to protect yourself, you can't always be prepared. You can't always be on your guard. And this is true. You exhaust yourself, always looking over your shoulder, and always paranoid and tired, trying to be aware of everything. That goes in real life. So we move on to that. While Anissa's at the clinic, a young lady comes in. You can tell she's been battered and beaten up, black eyes, busted lip, bruises all over the place. And Anissa's trying to get information from her. Of course, she's not talking very much. Now you could tell, and of course she gave a standard answer that I hate to say this was normally given. I think I fell. Find out later that she's the girlfriend of one of the capos of the 100. And you know Anissa. Anissa is all about taking care of business for someone if it means helping somebody else out. And she does that. It was one thing I really liked about this is when she puts on the black hoodie and the mask. The community has given her a name. We know her as Thunder during the day, but they know her as Blackbird, and I thought that was so appropriate. Just that vigilante that they know is coming, no one's gonna mess with her, but they respect her. So she goes straight, she finds out where the guy Rayvon lives, who's the boyfriend of the girl that got beat up. She goes over there and she just starts taking him out. She beats the crud out of him, literally to the point where she had him off the ground. The girl comes out of the room and she looks at her and goes, "This ain't for you, sister." She goes back into the room and she commences to continue beating the snot out of him. She scoops up some of the money, because when she got there, he initially thought he was being robbed. No, this is personal. The robbery is after the fact. And she goes through and she starts fighting everybody. And this goes back to initially when they were surprise attacked by the white guys, which you find out later called the Markovians, which are a gang that are overseas that are trying to scoop up metahumans. But I digress. While she's fighting, you can see her just going at it. Someone sprays something in her face. Once it happens, she is now a beat down victim until she does a thunderclap, blows everyone out of the way, and she escapes. We find out later that Rayvon is in such a bad way that he's not going to recover for a while. The young lady has moved out of the community. She is safe. But Anissa finds herself going back to the Lightning Cave. Yeah, I had to come up with a name for it. And Gamby sees her laid out, and he sees her and said, "Wow, you must have really been beat up. The fact that you slept so you could heal." And he makes her realize what you're doing is noble, but you're going to hurt the people that you care about jumping into danger like this every time. You got to think about who it's going to affect if something happens to you. And she understands. We also find out a little more about the dynamic between Anissa and Grace. Of course, we find out during the last episodes or a few episodes previous that Grace has this, I don't want to say it's a power or an ability because she's never used it, but we see her skin change, and every time it happens she panics around Anissa. Now if these two could finally just let their veils down and realize, hey, we both are special, that would be beautiful. But you could tell when she's fine, they're fine. But when she's not fine, she leaves Anissa out in the dark. And she did that not once, but twice. So we can see more of Anissa finding out what in the world is going on with Grace. But during that one scene, we have an Easter egg. They come in and drops comic books on the coffee table, and they're Black Lightning and Thunder on the comic books. And as a comic geek, I'm losing my mind because this is great. Seeing this is awesome because I have my Black Lightning comics in my collection, and to see that's definitely a nod to all of us who are serious comic heads who've been doing it for years. So I thought it was great. So then we go to Jen. Jen is still processing everything with what happened with Khalil, and she's coming to terms with her powers. And you could tell later down the line, Jefferson and Lynn make a decision to let her go back to school, which was absolutely brilliant. You cannot keep a bird caged for very long, and they did that, and you could tell it worked. It was working well with her, seeing familiar faces and getting the love, and you could just see the smile back on her face that she hasn't had in a while, hasn't had that in a dog's age. And then of course you see them. There's been a vigil set in the school for Khalil, and it's big. It's a huge one, and you could tell the love was there, and she stood there, and you could just see it in her eyes. She really missed him. So as we come away, and Jen comes back later to see the vigil, we see the janitors throwing stuff away. She says, "Stop! Wait! Don't do that! What are you doing? You're not supposed to do that." When a janitor says, "The principal said so," Mr. Lowry once again. So she does something I think Anissa would have been proud of. She takes what she could, and she has her own little vigil, and she has her own little tribute in front of the trophy case. No one fools with her. None of the students bother her. In fact, they're alright with what she's done until Lowry comes out of nowhere, tells her to get up, throw this away. This is unlawful. This is a unlawful meeting, unlawful gathering. You're not supposed to do this according to the handbook. Everything's according to the handbook. And it was like, dude, just shut up about the damn handbook. And the kids stop while he's flapping his gums. They take their cameras out. In this day and age, you record everything if it's looking like it's going to be a problem. And you see Jen go on this whole diatribe about the principal, how the kids are being treated, and everything. And it was brilliantly written. Whoever wrote this into the show, you got love from me. It was masterful, and it caught you. You could tell she's tired, but you could also tell that she's tired of the way things are going, but she can't do anything as a superpower being, but she can do something as a student. And so while she's doing it, and the students are gathering, he said, "Don't get away! No, you're not supposed to be here! No, throw this away! You need to go!" All the kids stop. They either sit or they kneel with their hands in the air like this. I'm somewhere Colin Kaepernick was watching this episode. You know he was smiling, because this was a tribute to peaceful demonstration of something that they believe in, or something against something that is a detriment. And what's funny is while he's on this diatribe, Jefferson comes out. He sees what's going on, and Lowry tries to get him. He's like, "You're going to take care of some of this? You're going to take care of this?" He goes, "No." Lifts his arm, his hand, and his fist, walks away. I was laughing my butt off. I'm telling you, I was giggling my butt off. I was like, okay. And then they had their confrontation, and we find out that, of course, Lowry tries to do his little sob story about why he is the way he is, how he was raised by a drug addict parent, and he was homeless, and he did all this. And I thought about this and said, it's funny. There are a lot of kids probably in the school who have gone through the exact same thing, but they didn't turn out to be an asshole like you. Why are you being like this? Oh, because you don't like the system that's been put in place, because it wasn't you that did it. So you're trying to strong arm and think that being the bad guy is what's going to make things happen. No, that's not how it makes things happen. That's how things get worse, because you are not some of the kids can come and trust on anything. And Jefferson pretty much told him, I don't care where you came from. These kids have had it a whole lot worse than you, but they're not mistreating everybody else, which is true. In today's society, you can't judge somebody for who they are, but you can't expect us to, at the same time, feel sorry for you and try to understand why you're being an asshole, but you had a rough upbringing. I know people who had really rough upbringings, almost lost their lives, and they came out to be the most amazing adults and human beings and humanitarians and symbols of human success. To come from adversity, to come from the bottom, grow, work, strive really hard to get to that point and be an example that people can look and go, I can do it. Sorry, Lowry. No sympathy for me, that's for sure. Of course, Jefferson finds out about the Markovians, and we also find out that Jace was originally being recruited by Tobias, because now he knows about the podcast, the meta beings. But now Odell comes to Jace and says, I got a better deal for you. She's going to go for whoever gives her freedom first. And though Tobias got her out of that cell, and she knows how all of the equipment and everything works for them, ASA is in a better position to do something better for her. But you know Tobias, he's going to do whatever he's got to do to become king of Freeland, and it goes without saying. Jefferson finds out about the Markovians, goes, and you know he's wreaking havoc because they attacked his daughter, they attacked his wife. It's personal. So he just goes roughshod over them, grabs one of them, calls Henry, says, I got a witness for you, let's go get him. But they had to let him go because of international law, which is the stupidest thing in the world, but there's not much you can do about that. Overall, this was a really good show. No, I'm not telling you everything. I'm not going to go over everything because I want you guys to watch this show. I want you to feel what I felt. I want you to see what I saw if you haven't already. If you didn't catch it on Monday night, that's all right. CW app will have it up. Download the CW app. You guys can check it out. It's fantastic. I love it. It's allowing me to be able to catch it on Tuesday, shoot my video on Tuesday, and go from there. So thank you so much for checking me out, guys. Thank you for your love. Thank you. Please keep the comments going. I'm going to continue with my B series. I'll be putting out another video here shortly. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please don't forget to show love to all the black cosplayers during the 28 days of black cosplay for Black History Month, okay? And let it go beyond Black History Month. Just show love to black cosplayers as a whole and cosplayers of color. Just show that. But for this month, give it to the black cosplayers, okay? Thank you again. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the new subscribers. And as always, I ask you wonderful people to do me 3 simple things. Are you ready? Stay nerdy, stay geeky, and as always, oh my goodness, stay sexy. Bye, guys.